I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to specially welcome you to this video, this podcast, or how will I call it? But since this is a school of wisdom, this channel is a school of wisdom, I welcome you to this lecture. Remember, I have a webinar coming up on the 6th and on the 7th of December. The theme is maximizing your life, ministry, and finances. Mali is the first African nation to be debt-free. They paid all the monies they are owing. And I just realized that for the past 36 years, I have been living debt-free. I don't owe salaries. I don't owe banks. I am not owing any person. If I owe at all, it's my cooperatives and those that I buy things from, like cement, rods, and whatever. And as I sit here, today is 13th of November 2024, I am not owing any of such persons. How have I lived debt-free? One of the things that Pastor Abraham said to me now, that it is so nice to get old without being under financial pressure. When I wake up in the morning, it's only urine that wakes me at night. I don't wake up receiving any phone call that puts me into a panic because of finances. I am not Aliko Dangote. I am not Otedola. I am not Elon Musk. In fact, I will not want to be like them. I'm okay the way I am. The Bible says godliness and contentment is great gain. Now, the key principles you must follow for you to be financially free, financially independent, and debt-free. Number one, prayer. People think I don't pray. I pray a lot, but I don't shout. I don't disturb my neighborhood. I'll stay in the same house with you. You won't hear me pray. I pray at the speed of thoughts. There's a book titled Doing Business at the Speed of Thoughts. I think it's written by Bill Gates. I pray at the speed of thoughts. As a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Jealously guard your heart, out of it spring the issues of life. When you can become your own prophet, I've said that, so prophesy upon yourself. But you must pray to God for protection. Protection against sicknesses, protection against disaster, protection against making wrong choices. God should direct you so that you don't make wrong choices. One wrong choice can put you into a lot of calamity. You must pray against theft. You must pray against kidnapping. Pray against accidents and incidents. Some accidents and incidences can put you into financial crisis. The next thing is that another P is that you must be prudent. You must be prudent and frugal. What is prudence? Prudence is being discretionary. It is being cautious. So, don't take unnecessary risks, particularly financial risks. Don't take unnecessary risks. Don't ever do transactions in a hurry. Don't be pushed by sudden gain to make transactions that will put you into financial crisis. I am willing to make less than to take risks I'm willing to make less, being careful, than losing all in the pursuit of making more. I am willing to make less, be at peace, without owing, than lose everything in the pursuit of making more. Don't be under pressure to achieve anything at a particular time. There are some things you don't need to achieve at particular. Don't set such goals. I must do this at so time. I must do this at so times. I have said that the years cascade into each other. I have heard people say there shall be no carryover. There is always carryover. If I can't achieve it now, I will achieve it later. So I take my time to make sure that anything I cannot achieve today, I carry it further. So you must learn as much as possible not to be under pressure to achieve anything. Because when you are under pressure to achieve things, you start going to borrow money. You start going to ask for loans from banks or whatever. No. I'm not under pressure to achieve anything at a particular time. The next thing is live below your income. Live below your income. I've heard people say fake it until you make it. You will get into trouble. Live below your income. You are breaking Parkinson's law of expenditure that says that the more money people make, the more they expend. I don't believe in that. The more money I make, the less I spend, the more I invest and reinvest. So don't be under pressure to spend because you are making more money. Oh, they will call you name Dr. Apoki. They are this. No, you're a rich man now. Why are you doing? No. I'm not. You can't push me. You can't cajole me. Don't buy what you don't need. There are many things people don't need. Don't be in a hurry to go and buy them. If you check your house, there are many things in your house that are not useful to you, but you took time to buy them. You are always willing to buy the latest model, while the last model is still working. And that is the way the minds of people are programmed. iPhone this, iPhone that, iPhone this. You did not make much money from the first iPhone. You did not fully use the functions in the last iPhone. You are rushing to buy another iPhone. Are you even doing YouTube videos like me? I'm using a very cheap phone to do these videos, and I'm getting results. So don't be under pressure to buy the latest that the company has released. Most of these things are hypes. They hype you up. Practice fitness for purpose. Brands are usually hyped for you to buy them. They just work on your emotions. This material, I've been using it for years. I bought it 2,000 naira from a man hawking materials, one of our northern brethren, hawking materials in a petrol station, in a fuel station. I looked at the material. It will last long. It will not wear out easily. I bought it 2,000 naira. I think I used 2,000 naira to sew it. 4,000 naira or even less. And I'm okay. It's with me. If I didn't tell you the price, you won't know it. So, practice fitness for purpose. Is this thing good for this? If it is good for it, will it work well? Will it last long? I don't need to care the maker, whether it's Van Heusen, whether it's Chanel or whatever. The perfume I was using at one time was made in Aba, made by Starline Industries, called Lapid. I will spray it. People will be asking me, what's the name of your perfume? This is your perfume. I say it's Lapid. I was buying it 450 naira then. When I buy two different types, I spray them on my body. When you smell them, the fragrance becomes designer. But I knew somebody who was buying perfumes of 20,000, 30,000. I don't have body odor. Even if I had, I would scrub myself very well. I take my bath about 3 times a day when I'm very active. So, fitness for purpose. Most times, the names are just hyped up. The prices are just increased to stimulate you to buy. Avoid being competitive and comparative. I do my things at my own pace, in my own space. Now so we dey do, and this is how we do it. No. When I wanted to bury my father and my mother, they wanted to put me under pressure. I told myself, this is how I will bury my father. This is how I will bury my mother. Shoot cannon. I said, I'm not shooting. He wasn't a soldier. Make banners. He wasn't a politician. I gave them food. The women said they needed this. I refused to give to them. They started abusing me, sang songs to abuse me. It doesn't bother me. Now you sabi. It's my father. When it got to the turn of my mother, they wanted this. I said, no, she is my mother, not yours. This is how I want to bury her. If you don't agree, I will leave her here and I will go. I found out that people, when you behave as if you don't care, when they think you are supposed to care, they will bow to your initiative. So I buried my father and my mother 3 weeks apart. I didn't owe. And I built a house. So don't be under pressure. Do your things the way you choose to do them. Simplicity is easier to manage financially. Complexity creates unnecessary expenses and unnecessary pressure and waste of time. Complexity creates unnecessary stress, unnecessary expenditure, and waste of time. If a thief breaks into this house, there is very little substance he will steal from here, apart from the television. We don't have diamonds here. We don't have trinkets here. We don't have gold here. We don't have much. We don't have expensive clothing here that you will steal. The maximum you can steal are the books I have printed here. This house is very simple, furniture very simple. They are just meeting the needs. So live a very simple life. I even enjoy our other residents at Okogokomo because furniture very simple, dining table very simple, simple bedrooms and kitchen simple. I don't like complexity. Complexity is too expensive for me. So, avoid the following. If you must live a simple, less complicated, debt-free life, avoid females. I told you that I suffer from gynophobia. Women will take your money as a man. If you are flirtatious, if you are promiscuous, women will take your money. I cannot go book a hotel now, take a girl there, buy barbecue fish, buy drink, just to do physical exercise. And I'm a 2-minute man, just to waste my money for 2 minutes and then get up and even give her money to take Bolt back home. I don't have that time. I'd rather spend that time on Mrs. Apoki and give her financial orgasm at home. Avoid females. Avoid expensive fashion. Most of the things you will buy that you will spend so much to buy, a few years later, they are out of fashion. When you want to sell them, you can't sell them the price you bought them. Avoid unnecessary fashion. Angela Merkel was asked, why was she wearing? That's the Chancellor of Germany. Germany is awesome. The Chancellor of Germany. They asked her, why is she always wearing the same set of colored clothing? She said, I'm a civil servant. I am not a model. And you could see her trousers and her blouses nearly the same color. As rich as Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is, she wears simple clothing, simple hairstyle, and very little makeup, very little trinkets. You will see somebody with 2.5 credits and coconut head. They will carry weave on that will nearly reach their waist, go and enlarge breasts, enlarge buttocks, bleach their skin, all kinds of things, wear eyelashes like pussycat. But Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, she's going for second term as Director General of the World Trade Organization. No person is opposing her. If my wife walks past you, you won't know her. Simple, the thing that bothers me is the children of the poor, those who don't have much to offer, those who are not very intellectually competent, those who are not very productive, tend to be more fashionable. If the wife of a president decides to dress fashionably, fine. Senator, fine. But just go and check some of the prominent people you know in this world. Bill Gates, his wife, they dress simply. So if you are not a multi-billionaire, you are not a fashionista, you are not a superstar, dress simply. The next thing is the flashy life. You want to exhibitionism. Avoid the flashy life. Flashy cars will take a lot from you. Take a lot from your money, unless you're a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire in dollars. Take a lot from your flashy cars. Another F. Another F is that if you like food too much, you will hardly be rich. The time is 3:06 p.m. I have not eaten since morning. I only drank a glass of Zobo drink, that is hibiscus, Zobo drink, and honey mixed with cinnamon and black tea. That's what I've taken since morning, and I've trekked 4,530 steps. That's about 3 to 4 kilometers. And I've not eaten, and I'm feeling very fresh and very healthy. When you eat a lot, you will eat your future. I know a friend. He will open fruit juice, he will open malt, he will open biscuits, he will open cake. He has added weight. He has not improved financially. Eats too much. If you sell cement, the profit on a bag of cement might not be more than 100 naira. So if you eat 200 naira in the morning, 200 naira in the afternoon, 200 naira in the evening, you finish 600 naira a day, you have finished the profit of 600 bags of cement. When you want to go back to buy, you will find out that the prices have gone up. So that's why you spend on clothes you don't need, buy things that you don't need, spend frivolously. You find out that you are not improving and you're always in debt. I know a pastor, he's always calling me to assist him with money. No. If you like fermented drinks and food in excess, you will be poor. You will be poor. Go and Google somebody who likes food and poverty in the Bible. You will be poor. You must practice delayed gratification. I forgot to mention another fantasy. I want to be here. I'm supposed to be in a country today. But I calculated it. What am I going to do? I did a cost-benefit analysis. What am I going to do? Of what benefit is it to me? What income is it going to generate? How is it going to assist my amplify my ministry? I decided I was not going. So you must do a cost-benefit analysis. Forget fantasy. When I was in Dubai, if you saw me traveling around Europe, it was paid for by my children. I spent only 10 or 20 euros. It was paid for by my children. So you cannot just wake up when I was in Germany, when I was in France, when I was in Australia, when I was in this. I know pastors who have traveled all over the place. They share testimonies when they were in Serbia, when they were in Cotonou. They don't have anything on ground. And they are always in financial crisis, trying to raise money from people, preach one message or the other. Don't live like that. Then practice delayed gratification. Today, I went to the farm before coming here now. As I got there, money was waiting for me. They had leased part of my land, and I got money. They are preparing gari for me there. I don't need to buy gari. I'm leasing one part of the place to another person. I'm going to make money. But the monies I used to buy those properties, I could have used them to buy cars, live the flashy life. Delayed gratification. The monies I used to send those children to Europe to reach the position where they can sponsor my trips, I know people around me who from my families and other places who squander their monies in chop my money, I don't care. Chop my money, I don't care. When you reach 65, you will care. Mumu. You will care. It will show you fire, mumu. So, delayed gratification. Today, anything I need to be comfortable, anything I need to live well, to enjoy life, I can afford it because I invested those monies in businesses that are taking care of me in old age. Invest your money wisely. The next thing is practice the principle of gradualism. This house, I bought the tiles we are standing on now for 6 years before I will use them. 6 years. I bought them, kept them. I bought some of these doors for 6 years. Then I started by building the small house down. We parked there. From there, we built this one. So I was not under pressure to move here. I moved into that place first, from there to this place. Gradualism. We started with nursery, primary to primary 5. Then gradually we moved to secondary school. We started from one side, we started building the other one. Gradualism. Now we built the second one. To build the second one is easier. To build the polytechnic is going to be much easier. Principle of gradualism. Principle of continuous reinvestment in small units. You don't need a big, most people don't do well. You don't need a big investment. We sell plantain chips, we'll sell potato chips, we'll sell coconut candy. The broilers we are going to sell for Christmas, they are there. We sell small things in small units. By the time you accumulate all of them, it turns to something substantial. Principle of gradualism. My lawyer was telling me that principle works like magic. A young man runs a school and he has been decking the school bit by bit. He will finish the decking. He will not be under pressure. He will not owe. So apply the principle of gradualism. Every big thing is made up of small units. The more you take from it piecemeal, the faster it will get exhausted or diminished. When raindrops fall on concrete, it will be removing 1 grain of sand every time it falls. Within a short while, the raindrops will corrode the concrete, corrode the cement floor. So bit by bit, that is called the salami effect. Salami is L-A-M-I, the same name as the Yoruba name, salami effect. That's how you also lose money. That's how you also owe. That's how you also squander a fortune. Bit by bit, you won't know. Money is an idiot. Idiots cannot control money. Principle of gradualism. The next P is prompt payment. Don't delay in paying school fees. Don't delay in paying your rent. Don't delay in paying your suppliers. Don't delay in paying your workers. Don't delay in paying your loans back. If you can't pay at once, segment. If the workers' salaries are due, you can't pay all of them one day. Pay the first batch on the first, second, third, pay like that. If the children's school fees, pay the first ones like bit by bit. My parents used to buy my Christmas clothes in November. We decided to buy our children's Christmas clothes in October. We will start buying in October. Today we don't buy children's clothes, they buy for us. So bit by bit, promptly, it will prevent you from being part of the rush. The next thing is productivity. Productivity. When you are productive, you have many products, as I just gave an example now, that you sell. And with multiple streams of income, with delayed gratification, with frugality, with prudence, with fitness for purpose, you will find out that you make sure that your leakages are less than your input. Income is a spring while wealth is a lake. As money is coming in, reduce the leakages, containerize your wealth, reinvest for more input into it, into your lake of wealth. That is how to live debt-free, live financially free. Don't be under pressure in old age. Learn to reduce, learn to reuse. There are many things you don't just throw away. Learn to reduce, learn to reuse. I said somewhere that if your grace is not much, let your wisdom be more. If your income is not much, let your frugality, your prudence be more. You can save from every income. I'm living debt-free. I don't owe any bank. I am not under pressure. Join a cooperative. Join a cooperative. You are able to get cheaper loans from your cooperative, and then you pay back with the principle of gradualism with minimal interest rate. Don't borrow to bury. Don't borrow to do naming ceremony. Don't borrow to marry, thinking that people will give you money. You'll be shocked. They will give you plastic containers. They will give you spoons, give you pot, as if you are going to spend your life inside kitchen with a wall clock for you to know you are getting old. Don't. Somebody borrowed money in those days, and it rained 3,500 in those days, and it rained. And during the wedding, the bishop asked him, will you take this as your lawful wedded wife to love and to cherish? He said 3,500. The money he was owing was in his brain. Don't spend money. I know people, after wedding, they will be paying back debts. You can rent a wedding dress, and you can wear anything. You can wear the Ishagu. I don't borrow money to dedicate children. They are my children now. Is it your own? After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, my wife delivers. We wear the same clothes we are wearing to go and dedicate. It's what we have that we use to entertain you. There's no big deal. Don't borrow to do ceremonies anticipating that people will spray you money. What if it rains? These are the words of wisdom. Keep them. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you. Okay, when do you borrow? When do you borrow? Number one, when a business has generated momentum, it is already going. If you put money into it, then it will generate the money quickly. You can put money into it. When you are guaranteed, very sure, that if you put money into this business, it will come out. I give you an example. There is a piece of property that is under distress sale. Maybe it is 5 million. You have 3 million. If you borrow 2 million, buy it 5 million, and you sell it 9 million, you make a profit of 4 million. And even if you can't sell it immediately, the land is still there. You can subsequently tell whoever you are owing, I will sell it. But avoid borrowing from banks unless you are Dangote, Otedola, Elon Musk, and all those people. If you are small boys like us, be wise. Cooperatives are much better. Avoid using credit cards. Avoid using credit cards. Create a barrier between you and your money. I'm a very primitive person, very bushman. I don't have ATM cards. I don't do electronic transfers. If I want to do electronic transfers, I pay a unit of money into somebody's account that will be paying to the other people. Because if you have easy access to your money, you'll be earning per month and spending per minute. The next thing is that those of you in the United States and other places with credit cards, you will find out that the average American is owing up to $8,000 for credit cards because you want to buy on credit. Don't fall into the trap of quick loans without collateral. you will eventually have a price to pay. I remain the area grandfather, Dr. Charles Apoki. Subscribe to this channel, share these videos with others so that they can have common sense. Remember, I have a seminar coming up online on the 6th and 7th of December. Send a message to +234 8021219262. God bless you.